Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Is everything okay? No, I have not a fucking clue at this point. But something tells me it's not good. But it's not my problem. It's out of my hands. I got no spoons for it. I don't even know why I wasted a whole half hour trying to figure shit out. I went to call them back and they didn't bother answering the phone. So it's like, well, what's the point? Why bother calling me and leaving me a dumbass voicemail that I couldn't even make out? Like, there was nothing in the voicemail that actually had anything. It's like their phone was in their pocket, and it's not like a dial, not like a pocket dial, because I haven't been in their DMs, I haven't been in their call list for well over since my birthday. So it's like, why bother calling me at stupid o'clock at night? Specifically when they should know that that I'm working right now. It's almost like they did it on purpose to get a rise out of me. Clearly. It's not because they miss me. Clearly. Because if they actually missed me, they would have called me a hell of a lot sooner. They would have been reaching out, but they don't. They would have apologized, but they don't. And there's a family member. Somebody I pretty well cut out of my life. Why? Because they can't take accountability for their bullshit. That's why. I got no spoons left. Yeah, just to interrupt. Anything to rip apart anything I'm building. It's been a constant my whole life. So I'm clearing that out right now. Pray tell they better not call me back. I sent them a text message that they can send me a text message to not bother calling me at all. If they have something to say, they can say it in a text message. Yeah, but if I go ahead and I block them there, Trudy, then they're just going to call me on a different number. So why bother blocking them? I don't bother blocking anybody. Unless it's like a dumbass telemarketer from the same number all the time. But I don't even get telemarketer calls anymore. Thankfully. But anyway. So we're going to get into a general collective. Those that were present for the previous live, seen the live, and that's what maybe their message was, or whatever the case may be. So we're going to get into a collective. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. everyone. I'm being called to this one to start with, and then I'm going to clarify with the tarot. Great Spirit, please, please, please protect me during this and keep people from calling my phone, acting like a dumbass. What? They don't want no smoke. Really? Wow. Mother... It's back? My screen is out. Of course they called. They called me back. Right off the bat, they called me back. Is the screen still on? Okay, the screen's back. Alright. Everything's good? Okay. I wish people just leave me the fuck alone. If they have something to say, they can text me. Like, really, who calls anybody anymore? Everybody does text now. Is it just me? Like, what's the deal? I do my live on my tablet. I would do my live on my tablet, but YouTube won't even let me do that. It blacks out the screen, so I can't even do that. This tablet is useless for that. Apparently, they don't want to be humiliated and ghosted anymore, and they want the gossip to stop. What else, Spirit? Let's get on with it. Yeah, they're trying to get away with what they're going on. They can't get away from it. You don't have any faith or hope in this, whatever this is? Yeah, it's not fun anymore. There's no reconciliation here. There's no coming back from this. There's no making it work. There's no second chances. Yeah, they just want to get back in your pants, collective. That's all it is. They're karmic. Same old fucking story over and over and over again. Yeah, they're just causing you conflict, clashing, differences, incompatible, irreconcilable. You're done getting strung along. You're done with this bullshit. And now they're obsessed with you. Now that you finally walk the fuck away, now that you're living your own fucking life, now somehow, some way they want to get back in. Right? But it's just to get back in your pants. It's nothing special. You know, it's not like they want to take accountability. It's not like they want to, you know, let's get out of here. Not too much there. Yeah, there's no commitment here. There's no offer. Like, stop wasting our time, karmics. Stop. They bottled up all their fucking feelings. They're not opening up. They're deceptive. They're casting illusions. They don't give a fuck about you, collective. And this is somebody that ghosted you, but now they're feeling humiliated because they lost a good one. They don't have any hope. They're not having fun since you left. And they're not having fun since they found out that there's no second chances. You're not coming back in. And it's not even the fact that there's no second chances. You gave them a chance. You gave them many chances to fix the bullshit going on. You gave them many chances. You tried to compromise. You pretzeled yourself into something that you weren't even happy with. And somehow now they want back in your energy? No. Big fat fucking no. Eat shit. Oh, they want to go on a coffee date. They want to meet up. They want to plan a coffee date. Yeah, fuck off. All because they're trying to keep you from ascending. They want to try to get back in your energy to make things better. But they just want a little fucking trick and that's it. And they're obsessed with you now. Typical karmics. Yeah, you're completely done. You don't need your intuition to tell you this shit. You're not running anymore. You're done feeling empty. You're done feeling invisible to them. You're done getting cut off by them. So you're cutting them off for a change. And I don't blame you. All they're doing is causing drama. Creating problems. Thirsty for attention. Overreacting. Causing drama. A fucking drama queen. Oh, but you inspire me. Oh. Yeah, no fucking surprise. I inspire a lot of people, collective. And I know that. I already know that. But they just want you to be their side piece. They don't want nothing special with you. Yeah. You're done. You're done with it. You're not obsessed with them. You're not stalking them on social media. You're not watching them. You're not doing anything in regards to them. Quite frankly, you don't care about this person anymore. For good reason. Yeah. You're not gossiping. You don't want the gossip. They're frozen in time. They want the gossip to stop. And they're all in their emotions. They're crashing out. Good. Fucking looks good on them. Looks fucking good on them. Because collective, that's what they wanted for you. They wanted you crashing out. That's the whole thing. They wanted you crashing out, and now it's their turn. The tables are fucking turning. And you're done playing their dumbass stupid games. They're the one winning stupid prizes because they continue to play these games, not only with you, but with other people. And they think that they're getting away with it, and now the tables have turned. They want to ghost you? They can keep that fucking energy, right? They want to be this way? They can keep that energy. They don't want a commitment with you? They can keep that energy and stay the fuck out of your energy and out of your life. How about that? They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want no smoke. Then stay the fuck over there. Stay the hell out of the collective's energy. This is bullshit. Why waste their time? For what? Eat shit. How about that? I'm not even going to clarify that. It's bullshit. Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light. What the actual fuck is going on? Can you please provide me with a decent message for my collective? Something that's going to bring us some sort of hope. Something that's going to help us to elevate into our next timeline. Because this is bullshit. I don't want to hear about the stupid ass old news anymore. I'm done with it. I'm done with the constant, repetitive, fucking dumbass messages. Let's give the collective something else to be hopeful for. Let's give the collective something beautiful to ponder. Okay? That's all I want. That's all I want. From this day forward, that's all I want. I don't want to hear about no stupid ass karmics. I don't want to hear about stupid ass reconciliations with the dumbass toxic exes. Dumbass fucking toxic fucking family. They wanted you in a ditch, collective. What right do they, the audacity, and they think they have the right to come in and try to reconcile this? Like, they're cruising. They're fucking cruising, I tell you that right now. Yeah, they sabotaged a good thing. They're self-sabotaging now. They're destructive mode. All because you're independent. All because you're finding your independence. And now they're coming in to try to manipulate you. Awesome. Awesome fucking job. Let them try. See what happens. But let's see what happens. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The selfish cunt. Yeah, they want to ruin everything that you have. They don't want you to make anything good for yourself. They're doing everything they can to destroy it. They don't want this cycle to close out. They feel you moving farther away. They're trying to make you out to be something that you're not. And that's why they don't want this cycle to close. They want you in a constant state of shambles. And that's the truth. The Nine of Swords in the reverse comes out. You've gone through enough, collective. You've done enough. You've gave them so many fucking chances to straighten up and fly right. And they don't fucking care. They don't give two shits about themselves. Why? Because they're a selfish cunt. That's why. Oh, don't say that, Aiden. Yeah, fuck off. Totally misjudged you. Totally misjudged the fact that you could cut this off. Your cutoff game is strong. Your detachment is on point. And now that you're focused on your independence, now they're trying to come in and create a death to that independence. Right? They want you to overthink absolutely everything, just enough to manipulate you. Get an emotional tie back connected again. For what? For what? To stop and to thwart your new beginning. They want to destroy everything you have. This is all the same fucking news. And this is you stepping into this new value of yourself. This is you stepping into onto this new foundation that you're building for yourself. And they're trying to destroy it. They want you to step into some sort of faulty foundation. As if they think that they have control over you. It's all being revealed to you. You're going to find out the truth. And they're overwhelmed at the fact that you're going to find out the truth. They're extremely overwhelmed. The Wheel of Fortune is no longer working in their favor anymore. And meanwhile, you know, somehow they want a new foundation with you, and they want to equal reciprocation, and they want to move forward. And it's mainly just to manipulate you more. right? And be emotionally manipulative to you, emotionally dependent on you. All of a sudden, they need you. All of a sudden, you know, all of a sudden there's a situation where, you know, this is something that you need to stop everything and just, you know, you're not supposed to do anything. All because you're finding wish fulfillment. Even after the fact that they ruined your whole foundation. And this is their wish fulfillment, to ruin your fucking foundation and what you're building. That's all it is. Welcome in, Bradley. Yeah, all because of selfishness. All because of selfishness. I'm done with this energy. I'm done with this energy. I don't have to prove fuck all to you, Gray. How about that? How about you just keep scrolling? Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, please. Please, 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 give me some sort of something good. Give me something good. Give me something good to tell my collective. Six of Pentacles, fuck that. Put it back in the deck. I'm standing on what I'm saying. Two of Wands in reverse, fuck that. Spirit, I call my power back to me from anywhere, anything, anyone that chooses any ill will towards me. Let it be sent back to sender and bound to the motherfucker, please. Whoever the fuck it is, don't give a shit who it is. Let them receive a wrath of the divine. I surrender it to you, divine. I'm done playing these stupid ass games, okay? I'm done. Welcome in Bradley, welcome in Maya, welcome in Renee, the 144, Chris, Lilith, Sheila, Trudy. Well, I'm as real as they come, so I'm definitely not going to sugarcoat shit. If you want to sugarcoat it, go eat a donut. Spirit, what's good? The Knight of Swords in the reverse. No, I don't want to hear about no fucking deception and lies. Tell me what's good. Do I sound okay, Lilith? No, I don't want to hear about the Wheel of Fortune in reverse either. And I don't want to hear about the Ace of Wands in reverse either. And I don't want to hear about the Nine of Wands in reverse either. Like, the fuck? You think so? The world's going to shit, Sarah. And we're hanging on for fucking dear life. What else is new? Spirit, please. Give me something good to talk about. The Emperor in reverse. Nope, not happening. The Ten of Swords. Nope, nope, I don't want to heal fuck all with anybody. They can sit on their bullshit. The Knight of Swords, okay. The Page of Swords, okay. And the Eight of Wands, okay. There's some sort of information coming in. Somebody wants to talk. Okay. The Temperance. It's all in divine timing about this conversation, apparently. What's this conversation about? The world. It's about closing out cycles. It's like somebody's waiting for you to close out a cycle with something. I don't know. The King of Wands. Okay. The Four of Cups. This King of Wands is not satisfied, apparently. Yeah, I'm clearly not fucking satisfied with tonight's reading. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Apparently, you're not going to be satisfied with the I don't know. Maybe there is an inheritance. Maybe they're going to try to come in and breadcrumb you. We got the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. All right. What about this? Three of Wands. Something about missing out. Something about possibly missing something out. Queen of Swords on its side. Two of Cups. Eight of Cups. Somebody can't walk away. There's Justice. Somebody's overthinking some sort of justice. Two of Wands, don't want to move forward. They want some sort of disconnection. I'm good. I'm good. Fuck this shit. Yeah. Somebody can't walk away from you, or somebody doesn't want you walking away to calmer waters. Okay? Somebody wants you weathering some sort of storm. Smoke break. Because fuck this, fuck that, fuck the hat. Because this is bullshit. I might just open up the table for you guys tonight. Because this is bullshit. The collective messages are clearly the same old bullshit. I'm on here to serve you guys. You know that? And as much as I would love to just give free readings out all the time, if I had the ability to go and get a so-called real job, quotation on quotation, like everybody else wants me to, you know, I would. I'd go get a fucking real job if they'd let me keep it, if they'd let me have it, if they wouldn't fucking sabotage it. This is my protest coming to YouTube because they can't touch shit. Right, Lilith? Alright. If the karmics have got something so important to say, what the fuck do they gotta say? What the hell do they want to say to us? If the karmics got something important to say, what in the actual fuck do they have to say to us? Okay? This is what I'm gonna ask. What is it? These feelings are eating me alive. I can't make you happy. Yeah, then why don't you just leave me the fuck alone? Leave the collective alone. If you already know this, why do you bother wasting people's time? I wish I could be a different person. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. Apparently there's some sort of painful memories that they have. Oh, really? Really? And the hell that they put you through isn't bad enough? The fuck is going on? What do you see in me? Absolutely nothing, Carbix. You're a waste of my fucking time. I'm gonna split this deck up because the hell's going on, Spirit? Why is it going like this tonight? Huh? Oh yeah, drugs and alcohol is a factor in this mess. Not with me, it's not. Probably the karmics. Yeah, they want you putting up with their bullshit. It's dark out. It's dark without you. I bet it is dark without my light. You're trying to turn my light into darkness? Interesting. Apparently now they say that they can handle your love. Now they're yearning for your love. And they want to know if whether or not they're blocked. Right? The passion I feel is overwhelming. I don't know how to handle this. Really? You don't know how to handle it, eh? Interesting news. They can't compete where they don't compare. Now they're asking, is it over? Come on now. Of course it is. Of course it is. Apparently your energy is like a drug, collective. Oh, apparently they were hurt by you. Right? But that doesn't matter, right? You know, everything that, the way they shattered you doesn't matter, right? Oh, but you hurt them. Really? Fuck off. Suck it up, Buttercup. You wanted to create a nightmare in my life? I became your fucking nightmare. This love is crazy. It's not love. It's resentment. That's why it feels so crazy. It's resentment. Of course they can't make a decision, and that's partially as to where the resentment relies, you know? It's a clusterfuck tonight, James. If I could go back in time, I would handle us differently. I bet you would. You don't know what you got until it's gone. I can't take it anymore. Good. Good. Sit in it. Sit in that fucking dumbass shit pile that you created. I got no sympathy for you. Oh, it's something about childhood trauma. Really? Really? Interesting. Really interesting. Some sort of childhood drama. That's why they can't tell you the truth. Interesting. They're obsessed with you, but they're trying to act like they're not. They're bursting at the seams, collective. And they're wondering why they can't string you along anymore. They used to be able to string you along and you just take it all in and just be okay with it all. And now they're just, it's not working. Right? Apparently they don't want to be who they used to be. You deserve better. Of course I do. Of course the collective does. No one understands me but you. Yeah? Okay. That's what you think, but you don't even understand me. They clearly didn't understand that I'm not a fucking pushover. I only give so many chances. Because you know what? People are people. Right? People aren't perfect. People make mistakes. And I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm okay with that. But take accountability for those mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. Evolve and rise above those fucking mistakes. And become that better person. Because of it. Allow it to help you grow. Instead of just sitting in the fucking shit pile and feeling sorry for yourself. And stop causing havoc and chaos in other people's lives because you can't handle the fact that they fucking ghosted you. Yeah, they want to wear your skin now. Yeah, they just want sex. They miss your touch. I can't let go of you. Yeah, okay. Will you leave me like the others? I already did. Fuck off. Leave me alone. I can't promise you anything. Yeah, they want to promise you the world now. Right? I feel lonely in reverse. And the thing is that all those tricks they have kicking around, yeah, of course. Of course they don't feel lonely. That's the whole reason why they're in the bullshit that they are. That's why they have so many fucking tricks kicking around with them. That's why they don't feel lonely, because if they had nobody to talk to and they were in isolation, they literally lose their mind. Okay? These people are scared to be alone. And they gave you no other choice but to be in isolation. They pretty well destroyed your life. Tried to destroy your character. Tried to destroy your jobs, your career. To isolate you. And now they're stuck in visions of you guys together. Like, fuck off. I hope they haunt you. I hope these visions of the past literally haunt you, karmics. And I hope you feel deep shame for what you've done to the collective and myself. I really hope you feel deep shame. Because you deserve to feel deep shame because of what you've done. It's revolting. That's all I gotta say. It's fucking revolting. It's disgusting. The collective as well as myself deserved way better fucking treatment than what you gave. And then somehow now you want to just come back and reconcile and do it all again? Fuck off. You think we're a pushover. You think we're just going to allow that to happen. And you're just going to get away with it. Like, they're stupid. They're borderline fucking retarded. Okay? And I don't use that word lightly. They're borderline fucking retarded. And I'm not making no fun. I'm not got no smoke about the mentally challenged. I've got some friends that are mentally challenged. I love them to bits. Okay? That's nothing about that. Everybody's got their story. Everybody's got their situation. But if you're going to be out there, okay, intentionally screwing people's lives up, ruining them, sabotaging them, you deserve everything you get. Because you know what you did. And you don't feel a bit of remorse for it. All they want to do is continue playing, and it's a big fucking joke to them. That's all it is. It's a big fucking joke. Yeah, you're cutting out this toxic drama. You're done with the arguments. You're done with the incompatibility. No fucking doubt. And now they're feeling hopeless because you cut them out. They're feeling lost. They're feeling depressed. They want to fucking off themselves. Like they burnt the fucking bridge and now they're trying to swim across the river to get to the other side because they burnt the bridge, and the river's taking them away. Why? Because they're two-faced, living a double life. They're a cheater, they're a backstabber, and they think that they're going to get away with it. It ends with you, collective. It ends with me. They're not going to backstab anymore. They're done. Watch where it gets you. Watch what it gets you. Keep it up. You got no emotions for this person. You got no more fucking spoons for this person. You're done. And you have every reason. Don't be feeling guilty for creating boundaries, collective. Come on, what's up? What's the vibe? Explain this whole energy tonight, Spirit, because I'm about to take a break. I think that's what they want. Yeah. You're finally free from the fucking narcissist. You're cutting the narcissist out for good. Welcome in, Dorothy. Been a quick minute. Hope you're okay. Hope everything is good. Come on, Spirit, give me something good for my collective, please. They were wanting you to feel hopeless. Spirit's saying this is what they wanted for you, but you cut this out. You said, no, I'm not at a loss. It was actually it was actually a favor. Spirit did you a favor. In hindsight, now that you're looking back, rejection is protection. Right? And now they're all depressed that they can't meddle you, they can't puppet you, they can't get into your energy anymore. And they're scared of the smoke. They don't want no smoke with you, collective. They just wanted a thrill. They just wanted to continue cycles and make bad decisions. They had major addictions, that's all. And they knew you wouldn't put up with their shit. And I really have a feeling that these addictions that they had, it was actually creating a situation where, you know, they can't stop, they couldn't hide it anymore. Yeah, there's definitely no good vibes here now. They're definitely not in the moment. They're laying in the past, in the hopelessness. Yeah, why? Because they're a fucking egotistical, opportunist, fragile narcissist. They thought they were big and fucking heavy, making those decisions to make you feel worthless. And all it was just making them feel better about themselves, making them feel powerful when they're the fucking worthless piece of shit. Got no fucking spoons for this. Hey X, what's going on? Aw, they're longing, they miss you, they want a reunion. Eat shit. The loss, the depression, the suicidal thoughts, how does it feel? How does it feel? There's probably a good month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, maybe a whole year that you went through that, and not a call, not a text, not a, hey, how are you okay? Nothing. From your exes, from your fucking toxic-ass family, nobody. And that in itself proves that they wanted you dead in a ditch, collective. But somehow now they're feeling hopeless. Yeah, karmics. Third parties, haters, lesson learned. You fucking learned the lesson. Unfortunately, collective, it had to be the hard way. But you found self-worth. You found strength in that. You rose above that. You evolved from that. You hold a higher standard to yourself now. Right? You have self-worth now. Right? And that in itself is justice. I'll tell you that right now. That in itself is justice. To be able to stand on your own 2 feet and to be able to know your self-worth and love yourself, even despite all this chaos, it's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. It's very bittersweet. Yeah, there is no second thing. There's no second chances with this. All they want is lust. They just want back in your pants, like I said before. They're greedy. They're inconsiderate. They don't want to be looked at as a failure. They don't want to have to deal with the nightmare anymore. They don't want to have to feel the brokenness and feel shattered. Aw, poor Muffin. You should have thought that before you decided to fuck with me and my life. And fuck with the collective's life. You maybe should have thought of that before you decided to do this stupid ass fuck shit. Okay? And now they're all stagnant. Now they're stuck. Now they're frozen at a fucking dead-end street because nobody wants to be around them. Nobody can trust them. Right? They burn their fucking bridges. Nobody trusts them. Nobody's very disloyal. Everybody's turned their back on them. And they've lost their fucking shit because of it. Womp, 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 womp. Fucking love that. Yeah, you're not wasting any more time, collective. You give no fucks. Yeah, this was a karmic. This wasn't no twin flame, because the thing is that the whole point of being a twin flame is that you learn lessons together, you learn lessons separately, and then you come back together and reconcile and learn some more lessons together, and then you become your better version of yourself through that, right? But this person outright tried to destroy you. That's not part of the twin flame journey, I'll tell you that right now. Okay? Because twin flames, they actually have respect for each other. Despite the fucking bullshit and the chaos and the arguments and all that shit, they still have respect for each other. Okay? And that's the truth about the twin flame. But if it's a karmic relationship, that's just a fucking pile of shit, and a heaping pile of smoky shit. I'll tell you that right now. You need to grow and become the better version of yourself if it's a twin flame. Because a twin flame does have the option, does have the possibility to become your soulmate. But it's whether or not you evolve, and it's whether or not you learn from the lessons that are being shown to you. But no, you're done with the egotistical bullshit. You're not wasting your time with fucking narcissists. Yeah, they're psychopaths. Abusive, conniving, unpredictable. Why did you walk away? That's the reason. Because they don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. Yeah, and they're salty. They're salty at the fact that nothing's working out for them. They're salty and bitter and angry at the fact that they can't waste your time anymore. They're not practicing self-care. They don't want you practicing self-care. They're not doing meditation or introspection. Heaven forbid. No, they're losing their fucking minds right now. Yeah. They wanted you feeling left out. They wanted to give you the silent treatment. This is the whole thing, because they wanted you in your feelings, right? So they could siphon your energy. Okay? And then they were just going to leave you on red, so that way, you know, they didn't want to leave you with any closure so you would move on with your life. No, they wanted to keep you in limbo. They wanted to keep you in this energy of uncertainty, of wondering what the hell, where to go, what to do, da-da-da-da-da. They wanted you in limbo. They did this on purpose, right? One thing, they didn't want to take accountability, okay? And for the second thing is they wanted you to be in limbo so that way they would have a chance to come back in and apologize in a way that it's going to maybe, you know, get you back in their energy, right? But you've left them fucking speechless, okay? They got fuck all to say. And if they do have anything to say, it's irrelevant to your situation. It's irrelevant to your life. Okay? Anything they have to say, they can put it in a text message and leave you the fuck alone. Right? You shouldn't have to deal with their bullshit, collective. You really shouldn't have to deal with their bullshit. I'm gonna just say that. You deserve 10 times better than the treatment that you got from that. I'll tell you that much. The thing is, how they treated you is the closure. Most people don't understand that when you're dealing with a narcissist, at the end of the relationship, that is who they are. That is when the mask has finally fallen off. That is when they don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. That's when they don't give a fuck how they treat you or how you feel. Okay? And it's a total switch. It's a position where they're nice as pie, they want to give you the world, they want to love bomb you to shit, and to the point where you're absolutely head over heels because they're so supportive, and then they rip it out from underneath you. And all they do it for is the shock on your face. They think it's a big fucking joke, and they think they're actually getting away with it. Unbeknownst to them, that you can actually spin the fucking block. You can spin the table. You can flip the table and stomp the fable. Right? You can eradicate that table so that table ain't turning nothing. Spirit animals. Hey, spirit animals. Let us know what's going on, please. Give us something good to think about. Alright, so there's a message coming in. Spirit sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. And I think that's what you're doing, collective. And that's what they're scared of. They feel the disconnect. They feel the distance. And it just keeps getting to be more distance and more distance and more distance. And they're getting to the point, it's getting to the point where they can't grasp onto you. They're being disconnected from you. Okay? And that's what they don't like. What's the scoop, Spirit? Watch the scoop. Yeah, you're great. You're made of greatness, collective. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. And this is the whole reason. This is why they're at you. This is why they're on your case. This is why they're trying to rip you apart. Because they can't compete where they don't compare. Okay? You're a visionary. Regeneration. You're going to bounce back just fine, collective. Just make the decisions, right? You got some major choices to make. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. All that measly-ass bullshit magic that they tried to throw at you, all that dark magic, is all going back to them. And it's backfiring like a motherfucker. And they don't know what to do about it. Why? Because they're a novice piece of shit and they don't even know what magic is and how to work with it. They're probably just reading it out of a book. Right? They probably went to go pick up a book or something from a store or whatever, or they got something offline, thought that they could figure it out. They did not read the fine print, I'll tell you that much. They didn't understand that in order to do this or that, they need your soul. Specifically if you're doing baneful magic. When you're doing bad magic against somebody, you're making sacrifices happen, you're doing blood magic and all that shit, that's where it gets real fucking dark. Okay? That's where it becomes personal. And they think that they're going to get away with it. They thought it was just a joke at first. But all that karmic debt is piling up for them. Yeah. Your happiness is happening. Okay? You're very much an old soul. Okay? You're definitely a visionary. The Divine's been working with you because they know that you are made of greatness. Okay? Yeah, and because you've made a personal choice to find happiness, okay, your energy has heightened, right? And because of that, now they're trying to siphon from that abundance. Now they're trying to get you to shut up. So that way it falls apart. That way it just falls apart, so that way there's nothing there. Meanwhile, you're just following a higher calling. You're minding your own fucking business. You hold nobility too. You've had a lot of accomplishments. You've overcome a lot. You're very, very humble. You are going to be crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Doesn't matter what they were throwing at you, collective, you've overcome it all. And they don't understand. They don't understand it. And some of them are even using God, right? Not even understanding the bullshit that they're actually causing for themselves. And I was talking to my roomie earlier about a download that I received. Okay? And I'm going to talk to you guys about it too. Because I'll tell you right now, anybody that's gone to the dark side because they don't feel the light side would accept them, they're an idiot. Okay? They're an idiot. And to think that they would go to the dark side and meddle with the false light, thinking that they're going to get fame and fortune and all this shit, and they don't give a fuck about selling their soul and all this jazz, thinking that it's not going to matter. Their soul is their essence of life. So when they are so-called giving up their soul, they don't even know what they're giving up. Here they're trying to get fame and fortune. Here they're trying to get power. Here they're trying to get all this beautiful stuff that they think that they're getting. And all they're doing is becoming the darkness's bitch. I don't know about you, collective, but I would sooner be on the light side, the legitimate light side, and be a I don't want to use the term bitch because you have more value working with the light than the darkness, right? Let's call it an ambassador. Okay? You're an ambassador to the divine. You still hold your soul. You hold integrity. You hold self-worth. You hold unconditional love. You hold nobility. You hold vision. You hold greatness. You hold authenticity. And you don't have to sell your soul. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Isn't that a beautiful thing? You don't have to sell your soul. You don't have to give your soul up. The divine gives you life. The divine gives you a reason to open up your eyes every single day and breathe new life into your existence, into your experience. But when you go over to the dark side, when you cross over to the dark side and you go ahead and sell your soul to the dark side thinking that you're going to get fame and fortune, and all you do is you become their bitch. Okay? I'm not going to mention any type of parts of society, but you'll notice that the populace, there's certain people that were looking really young before, and they're looking like 30 years later, and it's only been 5 years. It's only been 10 years, and they look 40, 50, 60 years older than what they did before. They've aged not so graceful. Okay? And it's because of what they partook in. It's because they've decided to sell their soul, and now it's literally sucking the rest of their life essence of whatever they have within themselves out. And this is why you'll find that people age really, 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 really quickly, and it's mainly because they open themselves up to the darkness. They allow their depression, they allow their problems and their traumas to basically eat them alive. Okay? So that's the scoop on that one. They're basically shooting themselves in the foot. And no matter how they feel that maybe, they start looking younger at first, right? It's all an illusion. It's glamour magic. Okay? But how they age after, and how because they feel guilty, and all their guilt, and all the pain that they're holding in, and all their wretchedness, it eats them alive. It eats them from the inside out. Right? And here they're thinking that they're getting somewhere. Here they're thinking that they're going to get the upper hand. Okay? You've got the light, the darkness, and then you've got the divine up on top. Okay? The light is the man-made version of God. And then you have the darkness, which is the devil. Okay? They both work for the divine. The divine is what gives you life. The divine is higher than the so-called version and vision of the human God that we partake with. So when people think that I'm talking about God when I'm talking about the divine, you're sadly mistaken. Because the divine energy is so much higher than this God, so-called God construct that you guys think of. God is a deception just as much as the devil. God and the devil are the man-made versions of what they want us to believe. It has fuck all to do with the actual situation. And I'm not denouncing God. I'm not denouncing Jesus. I'm not denouncing spirituality. I'm not denouncing anything like that. But I'll tell you right now, Jesus didn't worship God. He worshiped the divine. And this is what made him so special. He walked in the divine. And this is what made him so influential. Okay? And that's the truth. The divine, the universe, it is the same thing, baby girl. Okay? So whether you believe in a universal energy or the divine, it's pretty well the same thing. Because the divine is celestial. It is like, it's not just restricted to the earth. It's not restricted at all. It is what the cosmos is made up of. We are made up of that stardust, that same stardust. The whole thing is that we are all divine beings. We all come in with the ability to be divine. Unfortunately, because of the deception and the lies and the decrepit bullshit that we have to deal with coming into Mother Earth, right? And what we have to deal with of the constant struggle, a lot of us, if not 3/4 of us, forget. Because we get distracted about our true mission, about our true reason for being here. But it is up to us to tap into our soul and our spirit and our heart and our mind and align with that inner message. That inner message comes from the divine. It is the divine light that is within absolutely every single one of us. But as I say, the light and the dark work through the divine. They work for the divine. And the reason why I say this is because ultimately we have universal sovereignty. We ultimately have choice. Okay? We ultimately have the choice as to whether or not we want to follow the light or the darkness. Okay? So, because of that, we have that choice, and because we make those choices, it becomes what it is. Okay? And we have to live with those choices. whether we like it or not. The unconditional love that I felt from the divine, there's no words. There's no words. There's no words at all that can be put into the English language or to put into an understanding of that divine energy. There's no words. It has to be felt, ultimately. And that's what people don't understand. I could try for months to try to describe it. Okay? I could try for months to try to describe it to you. And it wouldn't matter. I'll tell you that. It won't matter. Because the way you feel the divine light and divine love, unconditional love, could be different than the way I feel it. But the thing is, people make their choice. People make their choice and they have no other choice but to deal with it. They have to sit in their bed and lie with it. Now, the dark night of the soul is the crossover. Okay? This is about the seed that is you. You are the seed, okay, that the divine has planted on earth. Okay? We get here through our mother and our father. Okay? And we are brought through that darkness to recognize our inner light. And when we recognize our inner light, we go through that dark night of the soul to find that inner light. And once you find that inner light, it allows you, it guides you through that. Okay, what's going on in the chat? Please get along. I don't want to have to be a referee because I'm not here to referee. Get along. I don't want to have to take out my blocking finger. I don't know what the jar is. I don't know what the problem is in the chat, but so anyway, the dark night of the soul. This is where you cross over. This is where you recognize your light. This is where you find your self-worth. This is where you find your self-respect. This is where you forgive yourself for allowing the darkness to persuade you. And this is your own personal journey that you need to go through in order to recognize and understand. I cannot, because this journey is different for everybody, I could share my journey, and my journey will be 10 times different than yours. Okay? This is why there's no playbook. If there's a playbook out there, it's bullshit. There's no playbook. There's no definite map as to what that looks like. It is all personalized within each and every single one of us, within our understanding, within our learning experience, okay? And within everything that we are obtaining in this life. And it's up for us to remember who we are and why we're here. And that in itself is the enlightenment. It is the enlightenment of your inner light. It is the recognition of the divinity that is within you. That you are here for a bigger reason than what this so-called matrix distraction is. And this is where the splitting of the two earths is coming into play. Because some of us are recognizing and witnessing our own divine light through witnessing it in others. And then there's others that are allowing the darkness and choosing to allow the darkness to ridicule their life and bring them into a downward spiral, into the darkness, which creates a karmic. The situation is we all have ultimate choices to what journey we want to take. Can we turn back? Can we look into a new direction? Of course we can. The divine is very forgiving. But don't think for 1 second that you're not going to take accountability for what you've done. Divinely, you will take accountability. It is inevitable. If you chose to live with a pure heart throughout your whole life, and you've just basically had a bunch of trauma happen to you, and everybody else is ridiculing you because they recognize your inner light, and they're jealous of you, you'll have no problems. The divine will accept you, no problem. And they will heal your trauma. I guarantee you that. I feel that with myself. That's why I say, with every ounce of love that you pour into yourself, the divine will match you. Because by pouring into yourself, you're recognizing that you do have self-worth. You are worthy of the light that is within you. You are worthy of opening up your eyes every day and living your best life. It's your choice, collective. And the reason why we can't manifest before our eyes, the reason why the magic has been taken away, is because the darkness took over. The darkness has taken reign over the earth for over 1,000 years. And we are moving into a 1,000 years of rest. We're moving into 1,000 years of light. True light, not the false light. The more people that decide to choose the light path instead of the dark path, the more of us that choose the light path and alchemize and heal our trauma, the higher the frequency of Mother Earth gets. The higher the frequency that Mother Earth gets, the more the magic comes back, the more the ability of manifestations come back to the populace and back to the people of the world. So this is why it's so important to heal. Because we ultimately have a chance to change course here across the world and actually heal Mother Earth and heal ourselves while at the same time. But just by recognizing our divine light within us. So, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want me to clarify something for you? And I still don't understand why I've only got 24 people in the chat, and yet I go and I scroll on my phone a little later there or during the day, and there's people there sleeping, just sleeping, all bundled up in their blankets and they're laying their head on their pillow, and they got 275 people watching them sleep. And yet here I am, dropping gems and dropping Easter eggs and dropping all this fucking knowledge, and I've got 22 people in the chat. Like, make it make sense, YouTube. The light and the dark work for the divine. Because ultimately we have choice. $144, that is something that you need to take up with your spirit guides. Because your spirit guides are protecting you at this time. And your spirit guides tell you where to go, when to go, how to get there. So maybe hype up this video. Hype up my other videos. Like, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to guide you in the right direction in order to find the information yourself. Everybody has their own personal journey. Okay? And I didn't look in no book for this personal journey. I had to look within myself. Okay? Now, I'm not saying there's no books out there that can maybe steer you in a different direction. You know, they could share points of view. That's why I haven't bothered to write my book yet. Right? Because that would make me a hypocrite. Here, I'm going to write my book and I'm going to show you this and I'm going to tell you this. Like, no. I could share my whole life story in a book. But it's not going to help you with your story. It'll basically give you the tea on my life. But it has nothing to do with you. That's why I haven't bothered writing my book. I might still write a memoir or my life story or something like that, but it's not time yet. The readings and coachings that I offer are strictly for you to find your inner compass and find what is good for you. Right? I try to get you pointed in the right direction for yourself. Thanks for all the love, everybody. You guys are awesome. Absolutely amazing. $144, just go with the flow, my friend. Okay? Lilith is just being funny. The thing is, collective, I grew up being conditioned to always serve others. Because in serving others, that's where I found value. To some degree, it left me depleted. Because by serving others, I felt that they would reciprocate. And all they did is breadcrumb me. All they did is distract me from myself. And now that I'm pouring into myself And now that I'm standing on business on that and not settling for less, and I put to rest my people pleaser attitude, it may seem like it's a bit selfish of me, but after being selfless for so long, I have every right to be selfish. Okay? And yes, there's a fine line. There's a way to balance it all out. You can be selfless and selfish all at the same time. You can fill your own cup, and then that cup, you can share it with others. But 9 times out of 10, it's better to hold that cup full and allow whatever that's overflowing, and that's what you share with others. So that way your cup always stays full. If people are depleting you, it's a problem. It needs to be corrected. But unless you recognize that within yourself, how can you change it? You know what I mean? And this is about going within and finding your self-worth and finding your own self-love, pouring into your own cup, recognizing that you deserve better, raising your standards, putting down some boundaries. So that way you're not being depleted. But some people can't get their freaking head around it, because they've been programmed and conditioned and groomed to be worthless pieces of shit slaves. Sound familiar? We're just useless eaters? How are we to become the best version of ourselves when we're constantly having to deal with deception? When we're constantly in struggle? When we're constantly having to fight for our lives? How are we supposed to step into the best version of ourselves when we're having to deal with ridicule and sabotage? And people out here that are greedy. I mean, there's a time and a place for everything. And if you're into that kink and you want to serve and you want to be a slave, then that's fine. Do your thing. If that makes you happy, do your thing. You know? If that's your kink, go ahead. But you can't be sitting there, you know, manipulating people into being a slave. Deceiving people into being a slave. It would take consent. If somebody's consenting to it, all the power to you. Go ahead. But if you're not consenting to it, and you want something, and you want something valid and respectable, then you should be protected against any type of sabotage or deception. Safe word is coming to mind. Well, that's the whole thing, Sarah. You got to get up and out of that lack mentality. How do you get out of lack mentality? You get out of that lack mentality by finding your self-worth, by respecting yourself, by respecting the spirit that is within you, by showing up and respecting the divine light that is within you, that is trying to guide you. The divine works very mysterious within our life. And the divine will use the light and the darkness to move us through this journey. The darkness is where we recognize our true worth. And the light is where we shine. There's an ebb and a flow to that whole aspect. I don't know, Lilith. I really don't. Can everybody lay off Lilith? Please. Everybody get along in my chat or I'll shut the chat down. I'll put it members only. You can't get along? I'll make it get along. Does anybody else have any other questions? I'm getting a message in Sarah that's saying that maybe you need to focus on finding out when prime time is. Because it's like something's telling me you're missing out on a particular prime time. It's like, I don't know what the deal is on that. It's like, just to put it into perspective, okay? YouTube's got this certain thing where it shows you how many people are online and how many people might show up. So that time is between 6 and midnight when people will show up the most. Any time before 6 p.m., okay, it's a hit or miss. Okay, any time before 12 noon, there's probably not going to be many showing up. Okay? So you have to kind of go into the prime time rather than just doing the low times. And you could very well be making more money. Maybe opening up your area of expertise and maybe opening up the area to maybe going into another state, another district, another town where there might be more orders available. It might provide you with a little bit more cash, right? So maybe kind of look into that. Keep it simple, Sarah. Keep it simple. Well, if you want to sell your shit, sell your shit. It is what it is. But I think you need to open up to your areas of delivery in order to get more calls or to get more deliveries to better the situation for you. I think that's the situation that you're dealing with. Your area very well could be saturated, and that's why you're not really getting a lot of calls. You're not getting a lot of orders. So maybe switch it up. Go to a different town or something. Somewhere where there might be more people. That might help your situation. At least give it a shot. It may be a little bit more petro, but it's something to consider. And what is the comparison between the three? Which one do you like better? That's a good way to go about it. But then you're spreading yourself too thin, right? So try to balance it out. You shouldn't have to work harder. I would say go with the one that treats you the best and gets you the most, uh, you know, gets you the most kickback. Like I could have went to Facebook with my channel. I could have went to Instagram with my channel, but I chose YouTube because YouTube's been the go-to, right? So I've been devoted and I've been loyal to YouTube. Out of the three, which one do you like better, is what I'm asking. But if you're going to go through all three, then I would pick maybe the best two. And work one for during the day. Whichever one works better throughout the day, maybe Uber, because people got to get places. So do Uber during the day, and then right around supper time, do some Instacart or DoorDash. And then after supper time, maybe go back into Uber again. You know what I mean? Because then you're working with the demand, right? But then again, right around supper time, people are just getting off of work and they need to get home, right? So if they need transportation, then they need to get there somehow. But this is all up to you. This is all up to you what you want to work with. It's less money for more work. Walking around big stores, right? And then what kind of a shit ass tip are you getting? Right? All right. Let's look into the mystical forest and see what mystical forest has to say for us. Dear mystical forest, please bring us some knowledge. Please bring us some wisdom. Bring us the best blessed messages for my collective, please. Everything is here. Embrace the spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and the now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. The key. All you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Do not underestimate the little joys. So this is about celebrating the little joys. Don't let the discontentment override those little joys. Okay? What's the scoop? So somebody wants to dim your light, but you are complete just as you are, collective. Alright? It's the same old shit. You're not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems that are not yours. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough now and always. Yeah, so somebody doesn't want you pursuing that. Somebody does not want you pursuing any type of happiness, unfortunately. Because they're jealous of your light. They don't want you shining bright. They're trying to create problems where there are none. All because you recognize the divinity within you, collective. You're going into a new beginning, and that's what they're scared of. There's still time to adjust or start over. Feel life flowing freely through your being. All your wishes can come true in the creative potential of a new beginning. I'm really picking up on, there's some people out there that are having people try to bind their root chakra, their sacral chakra, in order to create, in order to prevent them to create. Okay? They're casting illusions on this pause, because the pause is the shift. So they're trying to create an illusion where this pause looks like isolation. It looks like uncomfortable energy. It looks like this energy that's leaving you isolated and feeling alone, when actually that is an incubation period in order for you to rise above, recognize your inner light, and shine bright. Okay? Somebody doesn't want you stepping into your authentic version of yourself, right? What do you want? The divine wants to know what you want. And are you willing to step into that frequency in order to receive it? If you react negatively to the success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. Okay? Be very discerning as to who you make room for. Okay? Because people are in it to take from you. I heard this in a comment the other night. I was talking to a friend, and they're like, yeah, there's some people that are going to come into your life, and they're going to be a bill. And then there's some people going to be coming into your life, and they're going to be an investment. You're still paying out either way, but one is a bill and one is an investment. The investment will usually give back. The investment will usually be something that is beneficial to you. The bill, it just takes and takes and takes and takes and takes and takes and takes, right? And it doesn't give back. So make sure you're investing in the right people, the right energy, the right intentions. The one who is always dissatisfied with the present moment will never have a better future. Give yourself permission to feel content right here, right now. It's all about your feelings, collective. How do you feel about a certain situation? Are you holding on to that shit-ass feeling, or are you alchemizing it? Are you saying, no, I'm not going to feel this anymore. I'm going to feel this one over here. This is the feeling I'm going to feel over here. And it's happiness, it's joy, it's contentment, it's purpose. And keep striving towards that rather than feeling the doom and the gloom and the sadness and the anger. Right? And this is the one thing that really frustrates me to no end on my channel. Okay, because here I am. I come here to provide a beautiful message and inspiration for my collective, and it turns into a karmic fucking shithole kind of a mess. Why? Because the karmics are running rampant. That's why. And I just happen to pick up on that energy. Right? So it is an ongoing frustration, but I do my best to bring it around and to make it a little bit more inspiring and to make it a little bit more productive and positive and uplifting. Yeah, somebody does not want you rejuvenating it yourself, right? Even though you are complete. Even though they don't want you pursuing happiness, this is why you need to use discernment as to who you share your energy with. Because some people are there just to zap it. Some people are there just to steal it. Some people are there just to ruin it and sabotage it. And you got to figure out who those people are and cut them out. Welcome in, Ink. I'm extremely filled with joy with that message you sent. And what are you apologizing for? Why are you apologizing? What is the one thing that we do not do here? Who did you hurt? Hey, Ink, who did you hurt? You didn't hurt anybody. Yeah, but you don't have to apologize for that shit. It's not you. You don't have to take accountability for them. Stop taking accountability for fuckheads. Let them take their own accountability. Where there is hope, don't believe that past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from the lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. So, for those of you that are sitting here thinking like you're thinking that you're an utter failure, okay? Because I know I got some karmics in the mix that aren't even chatting, that are just sitting there watching me and wondering what what can I do? I feel like an absolute failure. I don't know what to do with myself. Grow from it. Evolve from it. Rise above. And that's up to you to take that journey. It's not up to me to give you the map to do that, but it's up to you to get creative in that journey for yourself. Authenticity attracts. Being authentic attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. When you stay true, you naturally filter out those that don't align with your path. Some people that you meet, they'll just look at you with the freaking stink eye, and they'll look at you like, I don't know why I don't like you, but I don't like you. And if they don't like you, it's probably because they're karmic. It's probably because they're dark. It's probably because they've done something wrong and you're irritating their fucking demons for good reason. Your light is making them very uncomfortable. But somehow they're thinking that you're the problem. Right? Stay true to yourself. The need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how other people perceive you. But it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself. This is why I don't give no fucks about what other people think. It's nice to get compliments. It's nice to get validation. It's nice to see that I'm inspiring people to live their best life. It's nice to see that I'm actually helping people remove the fog and everything else. And, but I'm not necessarily in need of that validation. It does definitely help. Okay? It definitely helps. It means that I keep coming back. It means that I'm like, okay, well, I'll just keep coming back. right? Because we're dealing with some trolls, we're dealing with some karmic energy, we're dealing with some bullshit, we're dealing with some drama. But my tribe, you make it worth it. Because you validate what I'm saying. You hear me out, you listen, you apply that to your life, and now you're succeeding. And I'm extremely proud of you. And I'm honored to be able to provide that insight for you. I'm honored to be able to inspire you. And yeah, the feedback is nice. It is nice. I won't say no. I won't say no to it. Yeah, somebody does not want you fulfilling what you want to do. Somebody doesn't want you fulfilling the shift. Somebody does not want you to fulfill your divine ascension. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. Embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you where you need to go. I guess the whole point of why I'm on here and the why I'm trying to inspire the world to elevate and to step into their divine light, so that way the karmic energy is at a minimal, and then I can just go on living my life. I can live freely, and I can go about my life. There's going to be less struggle at that point. People are going to be on their own journey. They're going to be living their best life. Everybody's going to be a lot happier. That's what my goal is. I'm trying to raise the frequency of Mother Earth so that way we can all be confident in ourselves and our self-worth and live our best life. That's the whole purpose of this. Okay? And to me, that is absolutely priceless. To be able to be at peace within myself, to be able to feel safe in my skin, and to be able to feel loved in my skin is paramount. But that is mine. Just as it might be yours. Right? Somebody doesn't like the fact that you're exactly who you said you were. I didn't stutter. They don't want you remembering who you are either. You carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself, and nothing will bring you down. The epitome of the whole conversation tonight, collective. You are the key that you've been looking for. Okay? All you need to do is go within. Once you remember who you are, everything falls into place. Embrace the spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and the now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. The spirit of life, remember that you are never alone. The spirit of life is with you, the divine. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in this realization and feel the lightness in you. There's a new chapter coming in for all of us, collective. Are you going to rise to that occasion? Are you going to show the fuck up? Are you going to show up to the best version of yourself? Forge a new path. When you make new choices, you create new results. Let go of old patterns and embrace the power of possibility. You are fully supported. Have the audacity and the tenacity to forge a new path for yourself. You deserve it. This new chapter awaits for you. But somebody doesn't want you feeling like life is a gift. They want you to be in struggle, right? However, Life is unfolding for you, so seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noise. All these people siphoning off of you, all these people in distraction, all these people deceiving you and being karmic in your life, cut them out. Cut them out and watch their reaction. Spirit's saying that I should be starting to work on the manifestation workshop. So that manifestation workshop, I think, is going to start next week. Yeah, and it's going to be on member side. So if you're not a member, you're going to snooze out. Okay? It's not going to be public because not everybody's going to know. Not everybody's going to be able to get in on this. I want no karmics in on it. Right? So you want to be in on that? You want to be on the manifestation workshop? Then yeah. Get in on the member side. I dare ya. One of a kind. You're not like the others, collective. There's a lot of people similar to you, but you're not like the others. From the moment you emerged into this world, you've had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. Somebody doesn't want you to decide. But you're going to decide anyway because it's your choice, collective. Universal sovereignty. When you give of yourself freely, you expand your energy. If you only give to get, it will feel like a burden or drain. Be genuine. Give from your heart. But use your discernment. You will get there. You can't force flowers to grow or plants to sprout. Be patient and respect that everything happens in its own way and time. It's coming in. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. Go deep, collective. Go deep. Deep within yourself. Perseverance. You have the power within yourself to conquer any challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Trust in your resilience and your ability to persevere. A new chapter. When things seem to be falling apart, be aware that things may be coming together in new ways that suit the next phase of your life even better. And don't hide. Don't hide anymore. Dare to dream big. Remind yourself that everything is possible. Don't hide your talents and abilities and use them to build your world. And that's what the hell I'm doing. I could be out walking the street, but I'm only, pertaining to that demographic. If I'm on YouTube, I've got the whole world at my disposal, right? All the way from rainy Scotland, all the way from rainy Scotland, we've got Kenneth in the house. Welcome in, buddy. The spirit of love. Don't search for true love, for it will find you. And that's the biggest part of the karmics. They're constantly searching for love, not having any faith in the divine. Okay? And that's the biggest problem. Right? They don't have any faith in themselves. They don't have any faith in the divine. They don't have any faith in healing or their self-worth. So they're constantly out here looking for relationships, and they wonder why their heart gets shattered. I know, I was one of them. I've rose from that. I grew from that. I evolved from that. Now I trust in the divine. I know the divine is going to bring me that soulmate. I know that the divine is going to bring me that relationship, that beautiful connection. I know that's going to happen at some point. But I'm trusting in the divine when that's going to happen. Right? Any karmics that come in, if they give me red flags or give me a shitty side eye, probably not going to happen. Right? Why? Because I have standards. I've always had standards. I've always tried to do my best to live up to the best version of myself. As long as I've been alive, I've been that way. I'm not out here trying to rip people's lives apart. I'm not out here trying to rip people apart and destroy them. I'm calling them out on their fucking shit for sure. But it's so that way they can recognize it for themselves and heal. That's the whole purpose, is the reason why. I want the world to heal. And this is the only way I feel that I can do it on a wider scale. So, here I am. So don't search for true love, for it will find you, if you just hold on to who you are. The world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anyone. Unless you're a karmic. Then you need to grow the fuck up. Miracles in the dark. In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. And this is where the darkness and the light works together. Okay? With trauma brings darkness, but with darkness brings growth. And this is what happens when you plant a seed. The seed needs to see darkness before it sprouts, and before it grows into something, and before it is able to root. Right? So in the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost or alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. By focusing on the light, you're recognizing that light within you, and you are allowing it to emulate, and you're allowing it to forge that pathway forward. It's lighting the way from within you. Yeah, so people don't want you trusting your feelings, but you're going to trust your feelings anyway. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. Okay? And that's sort of calling me out right now, right? I know the karmics are laughing, but I'm not trying to tell you and dictate who you should be. That is ultimately your choice. If you want to be a karmic and deal with the false light and constantly being in a rut and being in a slump and having chaos and drama, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But you're not going to ascend with that. Okay? I'm not dictating fuck all. If you don't want to listen to it, if you don't want to hear my message, if it doesn't resonate with you, move along. I'm not dictating fuck all. Right? But I'll be damned if I'm going to allow people that are not wanting or not willing to show up right to wreak havoc and chaos in my life anymore. Right? So go. You be you. You be you, boo. But leave me the fuck out of it. Kind of a situation. Right? You want to go slut around like a fucking fuckboy in a hoe bag? Go ahead. Leave me the fuck out of your joyride. Because I want nothing to do with it. And that's specifically to the exes. So trust your feelings. The spirit of love is with you. There are miracles that happen in the dark. Don't hide. A new chapter is before you. Continue to persevere. It's all coming in for you. You will get there. You need to make some major decisions to better yourself. You are one of a kind. There's no one like you, so you need to rise and shine. Life is a gift, and you need to start thinking of it that way. Don't be thinking of it as a game or a joke or anything like that. In order to take it seriously, and that's the way you forge that new pathway forward. Utilizing that spirit of life that's within you. Everything is here for the taking. Everything is here. But you need to remember who you are in order to receive it. This is where your fulfillment will reside. By remembering who you are. And that takes a journey within. You need to stay true to yourself. And in order to stay true to yourself, you need to know who the hell you are. Which will help you to step into your authenticity. And this in itself will give you hope. Okay? It will also rejuvenate you. It will also be in the process of making room for those blessings to become you. So what do you want? It's up to you, collective. It's ultimately your choice. What do you want for yourself? Not for somebody else, for yourself. If you focus on what you want for other people, you're not doing it right. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you want for yourself. Because the more you focus on yourself, the stronger you are, the more you can give to others, the more you can provide and bless others. Okay? The people that are making problems where there are none, they're going to be going through some major problems. Guaranteed. They're chomping at the bit. They're screaming at the top of their lungs. Wondering, why me? Why is this all happening? Yeah, it's karmic. It's karma. She's making her rounds, and she doesn't miss. They want to play fuck shit games, they're going to get fuck shit prizes. It's the way it is. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just the tip. You're hilarious. Right, George? They do need to stay in their karmic lane. Alright, so I'm going to open up the table for a couple readings. Renee, let's look into your question. Can I get information regarding confirmation on her son's house? What's been going on with that shit? Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light. What's the scoop? What's the scoop for Renee and her son and the house? Can you give me the lowdown? Give me the tea? Pretty, please. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. What's the scoop? The Six of Pentacles and the Death card. Okay. So things are going to get better. Things are going to get a little bit different. I think there's going to be equal reciprocation. Things are going to balance out, Renee. Okay. It very well could be that there's a mispayment. Something. Okay, so I'm picking up here with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, I think your son owes her money. And this very well could be why she's doing what she's doing. So you might need to look into that. But things are going to balance out. I have a feeling. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so this person is having a hard time surviving on what she's making, apparently. She's feeling disconnected. She's feeling isolated. And she's trying to find balance. So this is what's inspiring her to do what's happening. I think if there's some sort of an extra, maybe a bonus to come out of the woodwork, I think she might feel a little bit more happy. It might be something you want to talk to your son about. Maybe a bonus. It might help her out. I'm just saying. Nine of Swords. Yeah, they're all up in their head. They're all up in their head on how they're going to balance out what's going on. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they're having a hard time juggling everything. And they're feeling disconnected from the world and from spirit. And this, you know, they're okay with what's going on. They're still inspired. They're still working forward. But there is some sort of a fight with that, right? That they're having some sort of conflict. There's some sort of conflict there. I'm not saying that he's not good to her, okay? But I have a feeling they're you know, she might have a bit of a different tune or a bit of a different attitude if there was a bonus. Like it's coming into Christmas time, it might be nice. And it's out of appreciation for everything that she's done, right? And I'm not saying that he's not good to her. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not judging that at all. But it could just be that she's, like, even so he's good to her, she may feel like she's being breadcrumbed. Maybe not by him, but just maybe having a hard time finding ends meet, you know? Trying to meet her bills and everything, and maybe what he's giving her is something, but it's not covering everything. And she could be stressed out, which it could just be it could be subliminal. She could just be wondering where she's going to get her next bit and not really know. And when she's coming over to clean, she's putting all this uncertainty energy into his house and not even realizing it. Right? So this could even be subliminal. And just because she's having a struggle and maybe happy that she's got the job, right? I think it's just the fact that maybe there's just a little bit of a struggle going on, and that's what the whole situation is. Yeah, there's definitely room for healing with this. The Queen of Pentacles here, she's just looking to be stable. She's having a hard time moving forward. She's having a hard time finding balance. She's feeling a little disconnected. She's up in her head. She's healing. She might have gone through some really rough shit. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's projecting out into her cleaning, I think. That's what it is. She's finding a hard time trying to find her independence. I think that's the biggest part. But she could have been going through a dark night of the soul. The Death card is here in reverse. So she could be going through some sort of a rebirth too as well. Okay. King of Wands. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who she is. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell the situation is. There could have been a car accident. I don't know. But there's a Queen of Pentacles out here and a King of Wands. And I'm thinking this is her and whoever she's with. They may have had a disagreement or a fight that they're in the process of healing. They could be fighting some sort of a court case too. Trying to heal something and trying to find solution to some sort of obstacles. And I don't think she's telling all that much. They're keeping their cards close to their chest. They're trying to figure out a way to rise above the bullshit that happened. But things are going to come full circle. There's definitely we're sitting here with the Hanged Man as the cap. So somebody needs to stand on business and try to find some sort of communication to understand the situation a little bit deeper, maybe. Not that it's really anybody's business. And I don't usually look into this kind of stuff, but I'm just trying to bring some sort of an understanding. Now, I don't think there's magic, just with the cards that come out. I don't think there's any magic or ill intention or anything. I think it could be subliminal. I think it's something along the lines of that bit where, you know, she might just be going through and she maybe needs to cleanse her energy before she goes out and cleans people's houses. Because all she's doing is rubbing her bad mojo everywhere. And she doesn't even realize she's doing it. I think it's unintentional. I don't think it's intentional. All right. Number 2, where are you? 144. I think the last time I seen it was a 144. Where are you? Are you still here? Lilith, you're up next after the number 2. Oh, by the way, collective, if you are if you're in the top 3, you get a free reading. When I open the table, you get a free reading. So it depends on how you comment. It depends on how you super chat, super sticker, whatever, that will bring you into the first, second, or third position. So you got to show up in the chat in order to get a reading. All right, so 144. What's the message for 144? What is the best blessed message that they need to hear right now? What is the best blessed message? Okay, so you're at the precipice. I think you're meeting at the crossroads right now. Okay? You're at the process of having a difficult time trying to close out a cycle. Like something's not over yet. And it's kind of interfering with your new beginning. You have the potential to have a new beginning, a new passionate beginning. The potential is definitely there. Okay? But the thing is that something's not finished yet. There's unfinished business somewhere. You need to clear this unfinished business first before you can move forward. What's the scoop on the Ace of Wands on its side? The Three of Wands. Yeah, you're thinking you're missing out on something, and it's sitting there waiting for you. Everything that is divinely in the essence of who you are and what is meant for you in your destiny is sitting there waiting for you to wake the fuck up, open your eyes, and live your best life. Okay? It's waiting for you to open your eyes and wake up out of your slumber. There's something keeping you from that. We got the Three of Wands on its side, and we got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So you could be lying to yourself. You could be saying a bunch of shit, and maybe you're speaking ill on your life, and you don't even realize it. And for the for the longest time, I was, and I rebuke and I denounce it, Spirit. I'm just explaining it. Please, I'm not looking to say it anymore. I understand now. But the past version of myself used to say FML, or fuck my life. And Spirit complied. So I stopped saying it, and things started to get better. Right? Just as an example. It's either that, or you could be being lied to. Right? The Ten of Swords here, there's unfinished business. And there's a lot of healing within that you need to work on. And I think this is what's keeping your new beginning from happening. Because you're needing to elevate your frequency in order for this new beginning to come in. And yeah, it has been a challenge. There's been a major injustice that you've had to deal with. And no, it's not fair. Okay? And it might feel like the Wheel of Fortune is not in your favor right now. Okay? And that's the whole illusion. They want you helpless. Right? And what might be quite possibly your breakdown could actually be your breakthrough. Okay? And that's one thing you don't understand yet. You're having a hard time to grasp. Somebody's trying to snap you out, make you snap out. And this is part of the injustice. You've got somebody trying to get you with reactive abuse. It's time to move towards the light. Knight of Pentacles. This is you. And like, you're not behind. You're not missing out on anything. This is not a marathon. You need to be very methodical about how you view yourself, how you view others. You have to be methodical as to your intention. You have to be methodical as your groundedness. When you move forward, everything needs to be intentional. And it needs to be in a strong, solid, grounded intention. Okay? It's not a race. It's not a marathon. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest knights. Because they are so methodical, they are meticulous. Okay? Maybe you want everything to be perfect, and when it's not perfect, you think you're failing. And that you're an utter failure, and then that puts you down in that lower vibration. When you should just continue moving forward and keep trying, because practice makes perfect. Okay? What else for the 144? Dark light. What's the situation here? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so once you heal this, you got a major blessing coming in. Once you heal your anger and the animosity and the pain and the frustration and all that, once you heal that, you got an Ace of Pentacles coming in. Don't allow them to get you to react. You're headed through a rebirth. Okay? There's definitely a rebirth here for you. You're midway through it, is what Spirit's saying. Two of Wands. You're being stopped at the crossroads to be like, yo, you're not going any further until you heal this. You're not going any further. You're not gonna sweep it under the rug anymore. You're not allowed. You can't elevate. You can't move into this new beginning and carry this shit from the past with you. You gotta let it go. It's out. It's gone. But the whole thing is, these past karmic energies, They're literally making it impossible for you to do that, and I think that's where this Emperor in the reverse is coming in. Okay, and I'm going through the same thing. Okay, you're not alone in this. But you just trust in the divine. Trust in the divine, step into that higher frequency, alchemize that shit, and empower yourself, evolve from it, rise above it. It's worth it. Stop sweeping it under the rug. You have to face the bullshit in order to rise above it. And it's facing it within yourself. It's not like you have to go and talk to somebody. It's not that you have to go and call somebody. This is within yourself, within your own frequency. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's everything to do with you and the journey that you take with the divine. Is there anything else? Yeah. Once you stop lying to yourself, you will find your independence. And if this is a lot that, you know, you feel like you can't do it on your own, you can. You just got to think outside the box. It's one thing to be independent or codependent, and it's another thing to be interdependent, right? You can still be independent, but you can still have like a roommate. You can still have somebody that, you know, is maybe in the lane next to you, or you guys are in the same lane and you're moving down the same highway and you're helping each other out. That's okay. You're not codependent that way. You're interdependent. Okay? Being codependent on somebody is you can't do it without somebody. You can't do it unless there's people there, like, holding your hand the whole fucking way. Okay? That's the whole thing about being codependent. Like, you literally need somebody to hold your fucking hand when you go take a shit, and then you need to get them to wipe your ass at the same time. Like, get over yourself. You can wipe your own fucking ass. You know, you can feed yourself. You can dress yourself. You can shower yourself. You know, you don't need somebody holding your hand doing that. Right? Codependency is something of something that a child would need to be. They're codependent on their parents. Right? And as you grow out of this codependence into your independence, right? And most people don't tend to do that. Some of the birds, they get flicked out of the fucking nest whether they like it or not. And they just have to assimilate and do whatever. Right? So, that's your message, 144. Face your demons, face your bullshit, and rise above it. Allow it to help you to evolve, okay? As if Sarah just got number 3. Did Sarah just beat Lilith out of it? Sarah just got 3rd place. I still got you, Lilith, if you want. Or if you want to give it to Sarah, I'll give it to Sarah. Whatever you want. You will wipe your own ass. Good, good, good. And I'm not saying either. I'm not insinuating that you can't. All right. No, it's totally fair. Life ain't fair, Sarah. It's just the way it goes. So you're number 3. Spirit clearly wants you to have a message. So what's Sarah's message, Spirit? What's Sarah's message? Your challenge is to move forward regardless. Your challenge is to find balance where you think there is none. What's going on with Sarah? Tell me more. Yeah, you've got 10 pentacles. So you're headed towards a very stable environment. Okay? The 10 of Pentacles should be your ultimate focus. Okay? Because everything else is built upon that 10 of Pentacles. You got to make some major judgment calls. Okay? Page of Cups reversed. Unapologetically. Yeah, you need to make some judgment calls unapologetically. There's no apology necessary. There's no apology that you need to give. You need to make a fucking judgment call. And this is for yourself. Haven't you juggled things long enough? Haven't things been in limbo long enough? You deserve this 10 of Pentacles. You deserve to make a judgment call. Unapologetically. The Magician. You can manifest your best life if you put your fucking mind and your heart and your soul to it. Maybe you gotta get mad. Or maybe you're dealing with the King of Wands in reverse. Maybe you're dealing with a tyrannical, abusive piece of shit. This person is extremely manipulative. Maybe you need to make a judgment call on this person and be like, no, I'm not apologizing for you being an asshole. What kind of type of fucking fuck shit is this? You know? Why should you diminish your self-worth for some fuckhead? You deserve better than that, Sarah. Yeah, you need to clear out this betrayal in order to move on. That's why you're struggling so much. That's why you're having such a hard time. And you're kind of self-sabotaging at the same time. So not only are you dealing with this fucking asshole, but you're self-sabotaging. And you feel like you're going to self-sabotage and destroy everything by finally cutting out these third-party pieces of shit that are talking shit on your name, trying to make you out to be something that you're not. You deserve better treatment than that. And you need to focus on yourself. Stop pouring into all that shit and all those people that are just taking you for granted, trying to manipulate you. Be done with that shit. 5 of Cups. And you know what? This dumbass asshole is going to be sad, right? At the fact that you're cutting this out. There could be a Dark Empress. I don't think you're the Dark Empress, but maybe it's the self-sabotage bit of you. But I don't think that's it. I think this Empress here, in this Dark Empress energy, I think this is somebody else. And somebody's pissed off at the fact that you cut them out of your life. And they're sad. They're in their feels now because you cut them out. Because you're focusing on living your best life. And if this is a Dark Empress and this isn't self-sabotage, if you can actually recognize that you haven't been self-sabotaging and this is a Dark Empress, they're the ones that are making you juggle. They're the ones that are keeping you in limbo. And they're sad at the fact that you're unapologetic and you're not wanting to deal with them anymore. You're focusing on yourself now. You're focusing on your stability. You're making a judgment call, unapologetically. King of Swords. You need to nurture your truth. You need to nurture your truth. You need to nurture that. You need to stand on truth. You need to stand for justice. Make a judgment call. Five of Pentacles in reverse. So you're going to be building a new foundation, and as you do that, we got the Lovers and the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. So you're going to have to make a decision about going towards a love offer and being very strategic as to how you go towards this love offer. Okay, you're manifesting a new love offer, and it's coming in. But you need to alchemize and rise and evolve in order to meet that where it needs to be. So there's some major decisions about standing on truth, standing on justice for that to happen. Because this King of Wands in reverse, he's an asshole. He's a borderline fucking tyrant, and you don't deserve that shit. Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you need to allow this to go and to fuck off. There's definitely somebody that doesn't want to let you go. There's definitely somebody that doesn't want to let you go, that is having a hard time. A close friend, recent fallout. Rejection is your protection. Don't apologize, because she's the one behind all the fucking bullshit behind the scenes. They're jealous and they're envious of you. Yeah, they've been lying to you this whole time. They're not your friend. And if you really look back in the memories of all the shit that's been going on, they haven't been good to you. They've been siphoning your energy. And you'll find that they tend to emulate you too. They say the same shit. They say, oh yeah, you too? Yeah, me too. And they'll like mirror you. They're not, it's nothing like that. They're manipulating you. Yep. They're trying to hide the fact that they're toxic. And their mask is slipping. Nine of Swords, that's the fucking truth. You're going to figure it out. It's coming in. You're going to find it out. Let him stew. Let this bitch stew. You deserve a better friend than that anyway. Passive aggressiveness? Really? Yeah. No, that's not something that you want to be dealing with. You don't need to be living on eggshells wondering where the fuck you stand with somebody. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. A genuine friend is going to be honest with you. They're going to show up and they're going to be like, you know what? Blah, 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 whatever that might be. You know, they're going to want to communicate. They're going to want to talk about it. They're going to want to resolve it. They're going to want to, you know, bring it to fruition to where it's going to be a benefit for both of you. But if there's a miscommunication, if there's... no, you don't need that shit. Rejection is your protection. Exactly. The phone works both ways. Exactly. Exactly. If people can't fucking communicate, they know how to speak English, they know how to speak a language, they spoke a language to you before, and if they fail to know how to fucking communicate, then they need to start communicating. Otherwise, if they don't want to show up right, you're showing out. Like, why stick around for that? It's not worth it. Communication is definitely something that needs to happen. You need to know that you're on the same page. You need to know that everything is good. If you can't have that, if you can't do that, then it's not meant to be. Yeah, and things are going to balance out. If you take my advice, things are going to balance out. All right, Lilith. You want a little message? I get you a message. What do you mean it's kind of me, Lilith? You work hard in my chat. You're always plugging my channel. You know, you're always very uplifting in the chat. You know, you're very supportive in the chat. You know, I don't mind at all. Alright, Spirit, what's the message for Lilith? What's the best blessed message for Lilith that she needs to know right now? Okay. I'm really picking up on the fact that you might be stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I'm only saying that because the Knight of Pentacles was stuck in the deck, okay? But something tells me, because the card is upright, it's because it flipped over and I seen it. So it wasn't hiding, right? So it's something that you're very aware of, that you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, okay? You're kind of focused on the balance of things. You're trying to balance things out. You're trying to make it equal, reciprocal. You're trying to, you know, you're trying to be inspiring. You're trying to be insightful. You're trying to allow your intuition to guide you in something here. There's definitely some third parties that you need to think about and focus on releasing out of your experience. There's a Page of Pentacles here, so somebody could very well be breadcrumbing you. Somebody could be coming in to tell you a bunch of shit only to create instability. Okay, there's a very immature energy. Okay, there's Ace of Swords. There's a lot of deception. Somebody's debating on whether or not to tell you the truth about something. Could be a death. Okay, laying somebody to rest. The Ace of Swords and the Death on its side. We got the Two of Cups. This could be speaking the truth about a particular relationship. It could be gone south. It could just be kind of sitting on the fence. It could be sitting in limbo, not knowing really what to do, whether or not to cut it off or rebirth it. It could be in question. So it's kind of like you're sitting in between a rock and a hard place. You're trying to find balance. You're moving forward very methodically. You're trying to, at least. You're trying to inspire. You're trying to be inspired. At the same time as not really having a very good, stable, strong, solid foundation to stand on, mainly because of the third-party bullshit. Okay? We got the Empress in the bottom of the deck. So this could be self-sabotage. It could be the ending of a job. It could be the ending of a life or passing of someone. When the Empress is in the reverse, this could also represent a miscarriage. So that's significant there. But I don't think it's anything to do with the miscarriage, per se. It could be a miscarriage of a job rather than a child. Either way, there's definitely something that was being worked on or being built that is at the precipice of either ending or being of no more significance. We got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the Six of Wands. So there's definitely somebody juggling. There's definitely, you know, where you're finding balance. There's somebody trying to make you juggle. I'm really picking up on the fact that this Empress, wherever the hell it went, where did the Empress go? Was it in the deck? On the bottom of the deck. Honestly, I think there's some sort of juggling, and you had to take a loss, and this is being exposed. Okay? And this is the rough part of trying, and I think it's having to do with some sort of third parties, and like emotional heartache or upset. It's almost like somebody was trying to get you to act out a character. We got the Queen of Wands here, and it's in the reverse. So this could be a situation where somebody wants you to act out a character. You're kind of in your era of burning bridges, and you have every right to burn these bridges because they're bringing unbalance to you. You're trying to stay inspired at the same time exposing the fuck shit, which is understandable. You have every reason to expose it. You have every reason to burn bridges and cut out these third-party pieces of shit that didn't really amount to anything. And I think this is a lot about facing the truth and moving forward and bringing an end to this Two of Cups that supposedly has been got you in limbo. So I hope that message helped you. Stand in your own sovereignty, okay? There's so much more there for you, Lilith. There's so much more there for you. Purgatory Princess. What's going on, Dorothy? Do you want a message? And Maureen? You guys are members. You guys get dibs. So if you guys want a message, let me know. And any other members watching, you got dibs as well. So come forward, or forever hold your peace. Well, not for forever. You can get you can get a message anytime you want, really. That's awesome, Marine. I hope it's been a good visit. You're very welcome, Lilith. Your son showed up tonight and he's acting like your son? That's amazing. I wouldn't want him to act anything else. And Maya, you haven't even I don't know why, but you haven't even showed up on the leaderboard yet. And I'm wondering why, because you've been in the chat quite a bit tonight, and I'm curious as to why the hell that is. I don't know if you have it set to where you are incognito or what have you, but not a clue as to why, because you've been in the chat quite a bit, and I'm not sure as to why you're not even on the leaderboard. Like, there's people that chat a little bit and they're gone. They're not even on. They're not even here. At least that's what I think, because they're not sitting in the chat. They're not chatting. But apparently they're still sitting there on the leaderboard, right? So I don't understand. And you've been sending messages and whatever, and it's like more than most people. And it's odd. It's very odd. Yeah. Maureen, my voice tends to put people to sleep, so you're not forgiven. And you know what? You're more than welcome to doze off during the live. There's nothing to apologize for. You're fine. It becomes a subliminal message at that point. And I don't take it as a insult anyway. I don't take it as anything negative. So it's all good, my dear. Maya, did I make you did I make you light up? Or were you already lit up? Maybe you made me light up. I don't know. I thought about doing the voiceovers. I thought about doing that. I was maybe thinking of maybe looking into that. And it's something I can do at home, which is cool. That's so freaking weird. Like, people that were here in the beginning of the live are still on the leaderboard. It just don't make any sense whatsoever. I don't know. So, Dorothy, did you want a message or what? I didn't see if you answered. Oh, I know it's wacky. It's a wacky tobacco, that's for sure. No doubt in the mouth. Alright. I got you, Dorothy. Spirit, what's going on with Dorothy? What's she need to know right now? What's the best blessed message for Dorothy? What is the best blessed message for Dorothy? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The fuck? Spirit, be nice. What? Okay, so things are gonna balance out, but shit's not going well right now. This has something to do with your self-worth because you're going through fucking a shitstorm right now. You need to raise your self-worth, my dear. Call your fucking power back. This is something you cannot walk away from. Okay? Balance is coming. There is a leap of faith coming. You need to be patient. Okay? But you need to really step into your self-worth and become the magician that I know you are. Okay? Part of manifestation is believing in the magic. And part of believing in the magic is believing in yourself. In order to wield that sword or wield that wand. Okay? Wielding a wand without intention is just a stick in your hand. Think about it. Yeah, 3 of Wands. Your ships are coming in. You are going to have a new beginning. There's definitely something here for you. But you need to manifest that. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Rise above it. Learn some lessons. Evolve. Grow from it. Be like, yo, hey Spirit, what the fuck you trying to show me here? What's the lesson? And ponder it. Meditate on it. What's the message? Okay? The 9 of Wands and the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Once you alchemize this, your new pathway is going to be shown to you. You're going to finally be able to put this shit to rest. Okay? It's happening. It's coming in. But you need to alchemize that shit. The 5 of Wands. There could be some sort of a reconciliation that you need to have with your magic. You could be paying off some sort of karmic debt. 4 of Pentacles on its side. So your challenge is to keep your cards close to your chest. Stop getting scammed. It would probably be a good idea. Stop putting yourself in the position to be getting scammed. Alright? Stop, like, this these people that you're trying to meet online, and they're telling you what you want to hear in order to get what they want, right? So stop putting yourself in the position to be able to be swindled like that. Okay? Spirit's saying you're doing it to yourself because you're accepting it and you're looking into it. You're taking it as gospel, and it's a scam. Like when I look into my email and I see all these different emails in my junk box, I don't take my junk mail as gospel. Okay? It's junk mail for a reason. There's a reason why it's in my junk mail. I'm not going to click on it and think it's legitimate. It's just a scam. You can delete it. The less you click on, the better. Okay? Yeah, this is going to be a huge wake-up call to reconcile. I think this is karmic debt because you're putting yourself through this. It's a big, huge lesson to learn. It is. And you need to start pouring into your own cup in order to clear out this betrayal. Your self-worth means more to you than what everybody else thinks of you. What you think of yourself is a hell of a lot more paramount to what other people think. Stop trying to get validated by other people. Stop trying to get other people to fill a void that you can fill yourself. Okay? Because you're grasping at straws. And they're made of paper. They're not even they disintegrate. Right? They don't even withstand the drink. They get all soggy at the bottom. Right? But you will be taking a leap of faith soon. And I think you need to take a leap of faith into your self-worth, if anything. Okay? Wow. A King of Wands, Two of Cups, Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Listen to the what the fuck I'm saying, because you got some major blessings coming in for you. Okay? Just continue moving forward, being very methodical. Work on your self-worth. Focus on your destiny. Focus on your purpose. Remember who the fuck you are. Call your power back. Okay? And this will help you remove yourself from the chaos, and it will bring in a rebirth. Okay? You were lied to about a Ten of Pentacles, so some sort of a stability, which would have helped you move forward. But somebody didn't want you having a new beginning. But you've already peeped this. You already know. But you need to stand for justice. You need to stand on truth for that. And just move forward. Move forward. I love you, sister. Get moving and get better, okay? And you can reach out to me anytime. You know that. I've been wondering where the hell you've been, and you've been getting distracted. Alrighty. Is there anybody else? Anything else? I think I'm tired. I think I'm done for the night. Quote of the day: wielding a magic wand without intention is just a stick in your hand. That's what he said. I love your sense of humor, Lilith. Yeah, they're just about run out. I gotta get a couple more. I gotta get more. I got enough wax here. So between those two, I think I'm gonna make another one. I got enough wax here. I just gotta heat it up. A little bit of what's it called? After rain and what's this one? Bourbon pecan pie. Oh, this one was so yummy. The bourbon pecan pie, yum yum yum. So yummy. But then again, I have a candle up there that I made. I have a couple candles there that I made. I could very well just put them on. Yeah, I think I'm going to say goodnight too. It's been quite the night. And people have been trying to hack into my email. It's not going to work. They keep doing it, but it won't work. I've been going 190 minutes, so I want to close it off. Oh yeah, good things are happening with Cody. It's good. I don't think he's actively ignoring you. I think he might have fallen asleep. I pulled a whole bunch of cards for everyone, and you know what? For the people that are getting messages tonight, they're in the top 3 and top 3, 4, and my members. If you want a personal reading, go on over to my Hipsy link and order one. Thank you all for joining me tonight, Collective. If you'd like a personal reading, you know where to go to get it. Go on over to Hipsy link. It's in the description box as well as my link section. If you want to support the channel, you can PayPal me through a donation. You can give me a tip over at Hipsy. You can order your own personal reading. You can throw me a super thanks after this is uploaded. You can super chat, super sticker, whatever that might be. So if you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself, so that way you can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next video.